back to TGTV, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my Range Rover. Today is new watch day, and I'm off to go and collect a new timepiece. I'm off to Regent Street, which is in central London. I'm off to Watches of Switzerland to collect my new watch. This piece is an iconic watch and one that I've been waiting for a long, long time. More excitingly than all of that possibly, you can win the very watch that I'm collecting with BOTB. It has just been added to their lineup. If you don't know about BOTB, BOTB are a company known for giving away a car every single week. Now in their lifestyle competition, there are watches, there are gadgets, and there's more. So make sure you go and check that out. Tickets start at just 40p, and this very watch, as I say, is now in the lineup. There's Tudors in there too, and there's loads of other Swiss watch brands as well. If you're a watch nerd, make sure you go and check that out. As I say, tickets start at pence. You've got to be 16 or over to enter. You can enter from anywhere in the world. I'll leave the links. Someone's snooping around my car. Am I about to be stabbed? Hopefully not. I will leave the links below, but without further ado then, let's hit the road and go and get my watch. By the magic of the internet, I'm now in my front room with my new purchase. My new watch is in here, so let's get it out and cut the waffle, as you probably saw in the preceding shots, or maybe not, I don't know how I edited this. This is my new watch. It is a Rolex Submariner 116610LV, or in normal language, a Rolex Hulk. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Now this watch has a very special place in my heart. Before I get into all of that, the Rolex Submariner actually was given birth in about 1953. I've gone into all of this in previous videos, so I'm not going to hark on about that. I just want to get on to this watch and why this particular model is so popular. The Hulk was the heir to the 2003 released anniversary model, which I actually have here. Look at this, it's like Blue Peter. So the Hulk was actually designed to be the heir to the throne from this piece. So this was released in 2003, and this is the anniversary model. So 2003 was the anniversary year, and this was actually produced up until 2010. And this is one of the very last ones ever made. I've done a full video on this, and this is the first proper watch I actually bought. I bought this back in 2011, I think, maybe 2012. So yeah, very, very special watch. This was discontinued in 2010, and swiftly, this was brought in, the Hulk. There are a number of differences between the two, which I'm actually going to go into as well. This wasn't instantly popular amongst Rolex aficionados. Some thought it was too much of a departure from the previous one. So this version actually has a black dial and a green bezel, and this has a green dial and a green bezel. This one has an aluminium bezel, and this features the new ceramic bezel with platinum painted recessed numbers in it as well. So there's loads of differences between these two watches anyway, and it's actually a matter of personal taste, which one you prefer. They're both green, and they're both absolutely iconic. There aren't many watches in the Rolex lineup that are as iconic as these two, possibly the Daytona, but that is about it. For now though, we'll put that one away. That is probably one of my favourite watches though of all time, the one that I just put away there. Anyway, this is the Hulk. It's brand new. It's from Watches of Switzerland, as we said earlier. Now, it's got a load of cool features which we will go into now. The first of which, on the back here, on the clasp, it's got this adjuster, so you can pull it out, like so, and you actually slide it along and adjust the bracelet on the fly. So say you've been to the gym, or whatever it is, you can just adjust it and you can pull it out. That's actually designed so you can put it over wetsuits. Not that 99.9% of people ever do that. Boring stuff then, it's got an in-house movement, it's got about 48-hour power reserve, it's 300 meters water resistant, and it is waterproof via its trip-lock crown, which is kind of its triple sealed crown system that makes it waterproof. Again, Rolex pioneered that many, many, many moons ago, and there's loads of watches now that have actually caught up with that. That's not actually particularly clever in this day and age. It's made of 904 steel, which is Rolex's kind of their grade of steel, really. They make all their sports steel pieces out of. It means you can scratch it and polish it again and refinish it loads of times, and it just comes out looking fresh. The Hulk retains its 40mm dial, the same as the predecessor, but it's actually slightly bigger now. So you'll see that, and I'll put some shots of the two watches together, the case is slightly fatter, a side profile, and it overall just is a bit bulkier. The ceramic bezel's a bit bulkier, and that actually led a lot of people to not like it as much. The clasp as well, there's a bit more going on. The previous model feels just a little bit more classic. Again, that is personal preference between which you like. And the predecessor's a tiny bit lighter as well. I don't know the exact grams, but this actually wears a bit heavier and a bit bulkier. That suits some people, and some people don't like it as much. I actually prefer the previous model, although to smash around every single day in, I would actually prefer to wear this. This feels a lot more sturdy, dare I say it. Let's talk money then. So this thing, retail, is $7,150, I think. What have we got in the box here? Oh yeah, we've got all the standard stuff in here. They actually don't keep the paperwork anymore, you get given it. So Rolex have actually changed their policy on that, because I think someone sued them. So you do actually get the paperwork now with it, and if you've got a Rolex that the paperwork was kept, you can actually ring up and go and get it now. You don't actually have to give it over for 12 months now. Quite cool, but of no real relevance to me. I mean, I don't remember the last time I wore that out, so it doesn't really matter whether that's in my flat or in a vault or at the shop. So yeah, this retail price then was, sorry, I stand corrected, it was £7,450. Wonderful stuff. And the going rate, actually, market value on these is about £14,000, which is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, there isn't anything in this day and age that you can go and buy that's worth double its value straight away. There aren't even any cars you can do that with these days. Pretty crazy. So yeah, in terms of putting your money somewhere, it's not a bad place to put it, and it's something you can just wear around the place. I've ripped the stickers off, I've been wearing it around, it's already got some scratches on it. That's just what I do with my watches. But yeah, you could chuck it in a vault and then get it out in 10 years time and it'll be worth wear. Just give it to your kids, it'll still be working, and it'll just be worth loads more. Now, the elephant in the room. Is this watch getting discontinued? That is something that I wish I knew the answer to, and to be honest with you, I don't really, it's not that I don't care, but I'm not really that bothered. This is a watch that I'm going to hold on to. It's an iconic piece. I could see myself wearing this in 10, 20 years time and still loving it. It's not going to get destroyed. They stand the test of time really well. So in terms of whether it gets discontinued, this year, next year, the year after, in 5 years time, 10 years time, it's going to get discontinued at some point. And it is going to cause values to spike. If it gets discontinued this year, which everyone's saying, everyone in the watch world is saying, I see the values going up on these to about probably 18k, maybe 19k, something like that. I don't know who's buying these at 18, 19k, but people do. I mean, the previous model, let's get it back in. This one I paid 4 grand for, and then now for one of the last ones they made, so I think the Z serial or the V serial. Which one's this one? I can't even see. My eyesight's gone. They are about 15 grand. So they do go up huge amounts. And I suspect this probably will nudge, yeah, 17, 18k maybe once it gets discontinued this year, if it does. If they do a movement change or a slight case change, like the Deep Sea Sea Dweller, you might see a slight spike from 13, 14 grand to about 15 grand. Possibly. Again, I'm making all of that up. That's just based on absolutely nothing other than just fudging some figures together that sound maybe legit. But yeah, it is a safe place to put your money. You're not going to be able to just stroll into a dealer though and ask for one of these. If you do, they'll probably laugh at you. They shouldn't, but they probably will. Watches of Switzerland won't, because they're a good bunch, but they will say, look, you've got a very slim chance of getting one of these anytime soon. And by the time they discontinue it, you probably won't get one. The best way to get one of these pieces is to go and buy some more standard stuff. So someone like Watches of Switzerland have loads and loads of brands in there. If you build up a relationship in there, and you are a genuine watch person, they will build up a relationship with you, and you will start to get the more harder to get pieces. Now, Rolex have tightened up quite a lot on this sort of thing, so you'll struggle even to get the full gold green dial Daytona. You'll struggle to even get the platinum Daytona, which is about 50, 60 grand. All these pieces are very hard to get, not just the stainless steel sports stuff. You'll struggle to get a blue dial stainless Datejust. Loads of stuff is very difficult. Now, rumours are that with the recent stuff with coronavirus, a lot of pieces aren't actually going over to China now. They are staying in Europe, they're going to UK and all the rest of it. So more pieces are coming over at the moment. I was expecting to wait a little while longer for this, but it actually came a lot sooner. So yeah, at the moment there's a bit of an influx of kind of the harder to get bits, I think, within Europe. I would take advantage of that if possible. Go in and buy some stuff from your dealer, and you may well get stuff slightly quicker. Now, don't quote me on that. It does people's head in dealers when people try and get pieces like this and peck their head off. They get very limited ones of these, and I'm very lucky. I've got a very nice relationship with the guys at Watches of Switzerland. I buy a lot of watches, I refer a lot of friends in that buy watches, and my whole group buy from there. And that has enabled me to, don't get me wrong, I still had to wait for this. I had to wait for my Pepsi, my Tudor P01 actually. I was one of the first people to get one of those. I was very lucky. But yeah, you do have to wait. And even on some of the really aggressive bits, I asked for a green doll gold Daytona, and I kind of got told no real chance on that. So I don't get everything, so please don't slide in my DMs asking me to get stuff. I really can't. If I could get it all, I'd get it all for myself. Another question I get asked loads is who insures my watches? I get them insured with First Point. They do all my contents insurance on my apartment. They do all my car insurance. Everything is under one roof. So if you've got cars, you've got watches, and all the rest of it, do give them a shout and they'll sort you out. Again, with all my cars and stuff, they just roll it onto one big policy, and then all my watches, when I buy, sell, blah, 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 they're very, very flexible and very easy to deal with. So do ring them up, and they're a proper insurance company as well. As I say, there's huge amounts of watch crime in London, and it's extremely important. If you have got one of these are catnip for thieves. You will get followed, you will get attacked for one of these if you're really unlucky in London. So do get insured. I can't stress that enough. I'll leave First Point's details below, and their Instagram will probably be on the screen as well. So make sure you do that. That'll be insured in your property, off your property, and if, like me, because I don't store them all in my house, I've only ever got one or two at a time, all in a vault. Most of them are stored off-site in a vault, but I do insure them when they're in there as well, because most vaults don't have their own insurance, and if you're really unlucky, someone will tunnel through the wall. Anyway, I'm over the moon with this. I absolutely love it. I think it's phenomenal. It's a timeless piece, and I'm just quite buzzing to have the two of them together, because whilst they seem quite similar on the outset, they are actually very, very different watches, and it's very nice to have both of them. Should someone breed with me down the line, I will give these to my offspring. Very, very nice watches, and yeah, I just want to say a huge thanks to Cheyenne at Watches of Switzerland, Regent Street. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated, and I will be along soon. We've been discussing some Panerai bits, some Tudor bits, some Patek bits as well, so I will be in very soon to lighten my wallet further. And as I said at the beginning of the video, BOTB have just put the Hulk in their lineup, so make sure you go and enter. Tickets start at just pence, and there are Rolexes, Tudors, Amigas, and all sorts of other brands in their watch lineup. It's in their lifestyle giveaway. All you've got to do is answer a simple question to be in with a chance of winning. There are gadgets in the lifestyle prize. There are all sorts of other things in there as well. And of course, someone wins a car every single week. You've got to be 16 or over to enter, and you can enter from anywhere in the world. On that note then, thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe. Stay tuned for more watch talk, because I'm going to get my entire collection out, and we're going to do a full collection video very, very soon. I'm going to get some familiar faces on the channel, and we're going to talk through their watches, their watch collections, and other jazz like that. So Watch Talk is developing. I've got a lot more time now to spend on the watch stuff, so this series is going to expand. So thank you so much for supporting the series, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Ciao for now. Bye!